All right, it's 7 o'clock. It's time to start our meeting. Everybody want to silence their cell phone? Appreciate it. Let's bring this board meeting. Roll call.
Mayor Black,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Moore, President Commissioner Connor,
Here.
Commissioner Laws, here, Commissioner Locklear,
Here.
and Commissioner Morton, here.
Let's bow for invocation. Dear God, our Father in heaven, we are grateful and thankful for your beautiful blessings upon us this day. The weather was superb. Beautiful fall day in the sweet town of Ranlo. We thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to conduct business for the town. We pray that as we make decisions for the town, it'll all be for the glory of God. Give us some instructions, wisdom. We pray these favors in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
We have a motion to adopt the agenda.
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. Okay, comments from the attendees. Brian Wilson, you want to come to the podium?
Good evening. Can you hear me good? I'll do it fast. I think I got just a couple of minutes. I gave you a copy of all the stuff, and I'm sure you'll have time to read it over. The first thing and most important thing to me right now is to thank the fire department for saving my life back in May. They come in 6 minutes, saved me, and I was able to return home. Thank you. And also for Ranlo taking me on after that event from the drama and the turmoil that I come from. Teamwork, fellowship, and honesty is the key to success. I'd like to read number 1 on 10/28/2025. I witnessed and reported to Mr. Charles Hopper, Chris Wright, Chad Phillips, and Chad Phillips that the inmates and possible staff were smoking weed in the Public Works office. They responded, checked the cameras, as well as smelled it, and found it to be true. This I can prove. On 11/4/2025, I witnessed the inmate have a drug delivery to him on Bryan Street by a blue Dodge Dakota, tag number DHL53, the last 2 digits I'm unsure of. He left too fast. I'm certain this event was coordinated by an employee accompanied with an inmate. This was reported to the bosses as well and believed to be found true. This I cannot prove. Number 3, I addressed the activity with Mr. Harper on both occasions, and his response was, mind your business, Brian. You're not perfect. If my inmates report from me, there's going to be, and the guys have to do the work, there's going to be trouble. Number 4, unusual events took place after that. Few employees become a little hostile and rude, making comments, as well as unusual things started happening. They would soil the lodge. They'd pee in the floor. They wiped dookie all over the back of the toilet. They soiled it bad and made it difficult. And they were the only ones that had access to this building. The employees and the inmates. Number 5. I was accused of mingling amongst the crowd trying to influence the outcome of the election by derogatory comments by employees and Mr. Harper. Number 6, I refused an overpayment of 40 hours. I'm limited to 30. Mr. Harper tried to pay me for 40 and I refused. I took it as a bribe. I'm an honest man. I would not accept it. And I told him. My paycheck still turned out at 37.25 hours. Number 7, I was fired on 11/10/25. At 10:45, by Mr. Charles Hopper and Mr. Henson present. This I can prove. When I was called to report to them, I did. And when I got there, Mr. Harper gave me the letter that you got. Really didn't give me time to speak. Read it to me. It's firm. Told me to leave the premises immediately. I split. I didn't ask no questions. I left. This I can prove as well. I'm a citizen. We all got drama, we all got problems, but I'll tell you what, I got a history and I got proof. I'm going to put it on the EEOC's desk. I beg you to reconsider, because we can work through this. We can work through it, because there's nobody at fault here but them inmates. But if y'all want to side with the facts, when I prove them, they're going to be more held liable. So don't put the town at risk. Don't hold us back. We got to grow. And the only way to grow is to be honest and be the best you can be. So, I've been hounded all week for these. And I had to the 20th to give them to you. I want them back because I love that lodge. I love each and every one of you, no matter who sits. Nobody's better than the other. It's fellowship and one goal. The key to success is organization. When you organize, you plan. When you plan, you aim. And when you aim, you execute. It's that simple. one goal. We all gonna have our problems. But that don't mean you are to turn on and lie to defeat. There was a word that was gave to me, it popped in my head, I didn't even know what it was. Nepotism. Nepotism. There's nothing wrong with hiring your brothers and sisters. What matters is if it holds us back. Reconsider, because this man has a wife with dementia. And I've been in this town for 9 years. And I want to keep staying by my hard-earned honesty and work. No, I'm not perfect. But I'm not the same man I once was. Let me be judged for what I do. I want the community building back. I want the lodge back. I want the bathrooms back. I want what y'all said you wanted. No matter who is in charge. That's it, and I meant what I said. You all been good to me. But when you cover up truth, you gotta keep lying. You gotta keep stealing. You gotta keep doing those things. And by the Lord, I'm telling you right now, He's gonna deliver me from it. I love you, I swear. Here's your keys. Your rain suit didn't make it. Neither did I. Are there anything y'all need from me?
Well, I thank you for coming and sharing your heart with us.
You got any questions?
Well, I don't have any questions in an open forum about anything doing with employees, but I do appreciate you coming and speaking to us.
Can we ask questions? Can we ask questions?
If it's involving personnel matters, no.
Anybody got any questions? I'll be able to give you the contact real soon.
Okay. You can stay around after the meetings and maybe somebody might want to ask you a question in
Does
private.
anyone want me to?
All right.
Does anyone want me to? If not, I'm gonna take my wife out of this drama.
Okay. All right. We understand. We can get in touch with you if we need to talk to you. All right. Next, Drew Horan. Is that right?
Close.
Close.
Hello, my name is Drew Horine. I live at 1616 Allegheny Drive here in Ranlo, and I just wanted to take a moment to say how much I appreciate this town and the people who serve it. Ranlo is a small place, and I haven't been here that long, but we're made up of a wide mix of backgrounds, experiences, and stories. And that's one of the things that makes this community really special. I also want to congratulate the fire department members being recognized tonight for 30 years of service. That is incredible. Their dedication is a great reminder of what the commitment to the community looks like. My hope is that as Ranlo moves forward, we will keep finding ways to listen to one another, to support one another, and to make Ranlo a place where everybody feels welcomed and represented. Thank you all for what you do.
Thank you.
All right. Next item on the agenda is recognition of Doug Moore, Todd Lewis, Scott Rice, Carl Moore, Matt Gosnell. Y'all want to come forward? So tonight, we have the privilege of recognizing an extraordinary milestone, 30 years of service by these members of our local fire department. It's volunteer. It might not be a municipal department, but they serve our town, and they do it through volunteerism. And they've done it for 3 decades. Been spot on the job. I mean, whether it's storm related, whether it's fire related, or just an emergency at someone's house. We want to thank them for their service and the way they continue to support this town. And if at all possible, it would be great if we had a paid fire department. I think we have 2 individuals in it that's paid by the town, but the whole department, that'd be great. But we often talk about what makes a community strong, and tonight we're looking at it right here. These guys, firefighters, neighbors, friends, they've given their time, their energy, their hearts to protect this town. And on behalf of our council, our staff, and every resident who has ever relied on them, we say thank you. All right, it's now time to go to old business, adoption of our October 9th regular meeting minutes. Have a motion.
Make such a motion.
Got a motion, Ms. Locklear, and
I'll second
second by Mr. Laws. All in favor? So carried. Adoption of the October 21st regular meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion,
Second.
got a second. All in favor? Carried. And the adoption of the November 3rd, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion,
Second.
Mr. Law, second, Ms. Locklear. They were special meetings.
Yeah, I wrote it in this regular, yeah, they're special.
Special meeting.
That's right.
First one was regular, the rest was special. All right, and we got all in favor, since we got that, so carried. New business, Black Mountain software update from the staff. Reagan, you got this? All right. Mr. Hanson,
Yes, sir,
let
Mr.
us have it.
Mayor, and everybody who is listening. So we had gotten picked out by the North Carolina League of Municipalities in one of their new kind of like grant funded, if you will, programs. They reached out to some smaller towns, and you probably already heard this. This is just an update to supply small towns in North Carolina with a new financial software. So the financial software that we currently use, it works, but it's definitely very dated. So the league is going to provide us with a brand new software. It's called Black Mountain Software. We've actually already started the trainings on it, and the conversions for all of our data are actually happening as we speak. It does so many different features that we can't do right now. If we're talking about just efficiency, like for our finance staff and everybody, it's just going to make the world so much easier. So it should be rolling out in February, and the league is going to pay for that for us for a 3-year term. And then after that point, we can convert or discuss with the board to turn the money over that we already earmarked for our software services to use to continue to use it. So it'll be a great upgrade, and I just want to make sure, because we hadn't talked about it in a while, that you knew where we stood with the software.
All right, appreciate that. Next item with the grant project update. You want to take that also?
Happy to do it, Mr. Mayor. So you have a sheet in front of you that shows all of our different grant projects. It's been a while since we've talked about it, so I just kind of wanted to bring back up, and just for not only you, but anybody who's listening, whether it be it on Facebook or here in person. So I'll just kind of walk through them, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask, but just to give you an update. So our NCDEQ grant, the $2.8 million, we have the 3 projects there. Obviously, the water meter upgrades, that one was completed. The South Ranlo water line project, we actually opened a bid for that today. So I'll have some more information next month for the South Ranlo water line upgrades project, but that's exciting that we opened the bids today. We should hopefully be able to discuss it as a board next month and then award a contract. The Ranlo Avenue extension waterline portion of that project came out of the DEQ grants. That's obviously done. So within the DEQ grant that we got, we only have the one project that's still outstanding, and we should be awarded it next month. If we move down to the SCIF grant, that $3.5 million, obviously the Boulder Court upgrades were completed. That is done. The Ranlo Avenue extension project as of this year is now also done. The lodge upgrade, that was completed at the end of, I think, 24. And then the sidewalk upgrades, that $722,000 that we have from that SCIF grant, we talked with our engineers today about that. They're pulling together the final drawings, and we should go out to bid for that within the next month, maybe 2 months, depending on how long it takes them to turn those documents around. As far as the secondary interconnect project, if you remember, we have a $5 million direct appropriation from the North Carolina General Assembly, as well as a $1 million funding avenue from Congress, from then Congressman Jeff Jackson. We actually have all of the documents over to the state. Once they give us the approval, we'll be able to go out to bid for that one. So it's all happening at the same time. The good news is we can do more than one thing at a time. So that's $6 million, roughly 5 from the General Assembly and the 1 from Congress. We should be kicking that off before the calendar year starts. And then obviously we have the $2 million from HUD. Now that the government sounds like it's opening back up, we should be able to resume conversations with HUD. They had all of our documentation that we needed. That is for portions in the Redland, Booker, Neely area of the South Ranlo Waterline project. That $2 million will go towards that project. And then our lead and copper inventory, that is done. So happy to answer any questions, but we are moving and grooving with all our grant projects.
That's great. Let's keep the momentum going.
Absolutely.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Of course.
What year was this Boulder Court upgrades completed?
Yeah,
Was that not in 2023?
I think it was. Yeah, it was before I would have gotten here.
How about the Ranlo Avenue extension completed?
That was this year. That was the connection between right where Kingsway is back to the backside of Mountain View. So that one's completed this year.
Okay, lodge upgrade, that was, gosh, 2021?
Yeah, and it's all a part of that SCIF grant. That's why it's listed in there. That's kind of just how we progress through. So I think the final completion on the lodge upgrades, I think it says on the bronze plaque, November of 24. That would have been right before I got here.
So this grant is what covered all of this?
Every single thing that you see on this page, I could do the math real quick. I think it's around like 11 or $13 million. Is all either direct appropriations from the State General Assembly, DEQ grants, SCIF money, not money that we've had to use here from like ad valorem tax money or general operating costs. So very, very excited.
Yeah, we were looking at one time, financing the Boulder Court and, looking at appropriating money to put that in. We got the grant to do it, so it didn't come out of our budget. We didn't have to use tax money, go up on taxes.
I guess what I was looking at is that some of this stuff was already taken care of.
Yeah.
And so that's when I was thinking, this wasn't 2025, 2024, some of this stuff went before that.
Yeah, so this is when we basically got all of this, I listed in everything that we got within the SCIF grant, everything that we got within the DEQ grant. This is not just the active projects, this is all the ones that came with that rollout of all the grant and direct appropriations.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. But we're getting close to being able to be done with this sheet, so that'll be nice.
All right, next item on the agenda is the winter field operations equipment discussions. CJ, want to take care of that for us?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. As y'all know, we're in fall, beginning of the week was winter. Before winter does get here, I'm just coming to you to let you know the needs for our winter is, we have no winter equipment no more. It is disintegrated. The winter equipment we have had is 20 years old. This past winter, Chris was able to salvage our equipment one last time and got one more use out of it. So we have no plow and we have a spreader that kind of works. I'm coming to ask the board to appropriate funds out of the Powell bill for a new plow for a 2500 Dodge Ram and a new salt spreader for that truck. We got the cheapest quote was from Parker Farm Supply, who provides the DOT with their salt stuff and spreader stuff. So for a new spreader for the pickup truck installed with maintenance and labor is $369, as well as for a new snowplow for this truck. Installed labor is $11,730. I'm also gonna ask, since we only have one, if y'all do approve this, that'd just make us have one plow truck with a spreader. If for some reason something happens to that, we don't have a backup. Me and Chris were talking and we found that our bush hog tractor is capable of having a snow plow and a spreader put on it. And West End Sales, which is where we purchased the tractor, actually has a snow plow for it and a 2-ton salt spreader that can go on the hitch of it as a backup or an extra thing. Installed with the spreader is $2,800, and with the snowplow attachment is $7,600. And I'm asking the board if y'all would appropriate funds for that out of Powell bill so we can be prepared. Because right now, we don't have no snow equipment due to age.
How is our Powell bill standing?
So yeah, give me a half a second. I know the rough number. We have $704,000 in our Powell bill fund balance. Now also know, just, I completely support this. Wouldn't have had it on the agenda if I didn't think so. But just remember too, we're gonna pull some of the repaving monies out of that as well. So earmark a portion of it in your head once we get the RFP responses back for that. But this is a nominal number compared to what that's gonna be. But yeah, there's $704,000 in that. And now would be the time, because, we had some flurries on Monday and, everybody kind of gears up municipality-wise at the same time to start looking for stuff. This would still put us ahead of the game where we could have it and be ready whenever it comes.
And to make you, as in material, as in salt and sand, we have, Tiny this week, or Chris, I'm sorry, this week, we have screened over 200 yards of sand, and we have, tomorrow we're going to pick up 20,000 pounds of salt. We just need the equipment to disperse it now.
Well, I think it's a necessary thing. As long as our town manager feels like that it's a necessary thing for us to do.
I absolutely do. I think the purchase is necessary because, like, for example, if, we had flurries on Monday. If we get 3 inches of snow in the next month, we'd be in bad shape.
So what's the total of all this? I know you got it.
Yes, so it can be, there's a purchase where there's just for the truck, and then there's the purchase for the redundancy, if you will, the second setup. Charles, let's me and you do the math real quick.
All right,
So for just the Ram setup, want to add those together real quick? All right.
11,730 plus 13,369.
13,369.
Yes, sir.
So for the one setup, it's right at 25,000. If we were to do with the second setup, read me those numbers real quick.
7,689. 2,889.
For everything, it would be $35,677. 25,000 for just the first setup.
And that equipment would be good for 20 years, at least 20 years.
I'll make a motion to purchase, but I want to let everybody know, the Powell bill money is not tax money from the citizens of the town. It's money the state gives us every year for road maintenance and everything like that. So I'll make a motion to purchase that.
I'll second that motion.
I have a question.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
gotta get the salt, right?
Yes,
Does that come in bags?
So for us, we buy it in bags. So I just got an email and Charlie sent me an email this morning. I actually reached out to Morton to buy it in bulk, which we don't need bulk. They're looking at an order of at least $30,000 minimum. Because salt in bulk is very limited. So someone like the state DOT or the city of Gastonia, that's something they would jump on. But for us,
So that's why
20,000 pounds of salt is going to take care of us.
So that's why you just buy it in bags?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we have a motion, a second, all in favor? So carried.
Thank y'all.
All right, next item on the agenda is Strawberry Lane, no parking. You got that, Charlie?
Sure, Mr. Mayor. This is kind of a loosely put together agenda item, if you will. I don't have necessarily any printouts, but I know we have a resident here who's been passionate about this, who I've been talking with for the last couple months. So I just wanted to put it in front of the board because the power to either designate a street as parking or no parking lives with the board. So I just wanted to introduce this to kind of start the conversation. So over the past few months and likely years, probably if you ask the resident, there have been some issues, and I've seen pictures, I've seen videos on Strawberry, and there's been a couple different things that have been going on. So for example, we have parking that's way too close to a stop sign. There's been some safety issues where if somebody was trying to like pull in onto Strawberry, like take a left onto Strawberry, there could be a car parked right by the stop sign, and if another car is coming this way, they kind of have to go out into the left lane, and there's been some kind of almost like head-on type situations. And we know that parking by the stop sign is a code enforcement violation, so I'm working on that kind of on my end. But it was also brought up just to bring the discussion to the board to see if the will of the board was to consider just making that street in its entirety a no parking on the street. One of the ones that we have listed.
I'd like to ask our fire chief a question. Have we had any problems with the fire truck or anything going down Strawberry and having problems like we have in Mountain View?
We haven't, we haven't run a call on Strawberry in a while, but I mean, if there's cars parked there, it will be an issue. But, you know, we'll move if I have to. I mean, to get to what we have to, I'll push it out of the way, but yeah, I mean, it will create an issue, and if you got a car coming around it, I mean, it's a simple head-on.
But we haven't had a problem.
No, we haven't had a call on Strawberry in a while.
So that was kind of my introduction, if you will. I just kind of wanted to put it to the board to see if there was any interest in any direction.
I say, we do a no parking on the street and do by permit only, like if you have a party at your residence or something at your residence, a funeral or something like that at your residence, no different than Mountain View subdivision and Spencer Heights. We'll list permits for people to park on the street for a certain period of time when they're there. The problem unfolds when you have one parked on one side and another car parked beside it, then you're not going to get a fire truck through there. Right.
But have we had that problem? I mean, Strawberry's a wide street, is it not, CJ?
It's one of the wider streets in the town, yes.
Ma'am, going back from 2003, I've lived on Everest Drive for
You
years.
can't talk, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
But yes, ma'am, it's one of the wider streets in Ranlo.
So, there's other streets, I reckon, that would
There's a lot of streets around.
fall into that category, wouldn't it? I know, I reckon, you know, everybody's got company, sometimes they have to park on the curb, you don't have enough driveway for your company. But, yeah, that's a dead end street too, it ain't like it's got traffic.
Yeah, it's a cul-de-sac.
So there's probably streets that has traffic flow that, also warrant a no parking sign on the curb. So do we have a motion from the board to, we make the motion, Doug?
Mr. Mayor,
Mayor,
just to be clear, it would be a motion to instruct staff to draft a text amendment to add that to the list of streets where no parking is allowed.
No, I like that idea. You gonna draft you gonna say that? Motion to.
I'll make a motion for the staff to draft an amendment to add to the no parking list.
All right, there you go.
By permit only. If somebody's got, like I said, something happens at your residence, you got a bunch of people come over, it's no different than we treat the people in Mountain View, Spencer Heights, or anybody like that. They can come to the police chief and say, hey, can I get a parking permit for Friday night? And they can get a parking permit. As long as it's not double parked, you know.
All right,
I'll second it.
we have a second. All in favor? All opposed? One, okay. All right, next item is the facility rental, reoccurring rental discount rate discussion. we talked about this last month, and I think Charlie's come up with a plan, right, Charlie?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor and council, or board, excuse me. I've spent a lot of time thinking about this one because there are a lot of different variables, but as you remember, last month, we kind of talked about the idea of, you know, if somebody were to say, you know, hey, and I kind of listed, I think, like two like potential applications for this. Like, for example, if a local fitness instructor wanted to use the community building 2 mornings a week or 1 morning a week and kind of have that, or if a small business wanted to use the lodge for staff training throughout the month and kind of have it be recurring, the way our rate structure is set up right now is very geared toward a one-time rental, which is perfectly fine. You know, a birthday, a baby shower, you name it. So when we talked last month, I kind of just threw it out there just to see if the will of the board was even interested in coming up with something like this. So what I have before you tonight is kind of at least a first take, and this can just be kind of a guide if the board wants to do something different. This is obviously your decision. But I kind of put together some thoughts for what a discounted rate could look like. One of the things that I put in as far as the recurring rental options eligibility, I think this would be important, is to only be Monday through Friday. Because we wouldn't want somebody to set up, and if, you know, if the board disagrees, that's also perfectly fine. I wouldn't want, you know, if somebody would say, I want every Saturday in April, you know, then that could take away from somebody else who may want it. You know, that kind of gives an overarching power, if you will, if it's on the weekends. But again, this is just a suggestion. So what you have are some options. I kind of put 3 together. It's on page 2 of what's in your packet. Option 1 shows a 20% discount, option 2 shows a 40, and option 3 shows a 50. And then I kind of put some legal mumbo jumbo, if you will, into the like additional terms as far as like if you're going to cancel and some things like that. Said that you perked up. I'm happy to answer any questions, but you'll see in option 1 and 2 and 3, what's listed is the lodge in the community building, resident, non-resident rate, at basically what the reduced rate would be.
Can we, just a suggestion, can we make it Monday through Thursday? 'Cause I know a lot of people
Great
have,
idea. Yeah.
a lot of people have parties on Fridays, and if we ran into a company, they got it from 11 to 11.
Yeah,
We don't do partial rentals no more, so.
exactly right. Yeah, we can absolutely do that if that's, well, it's the will of the board. I think it's a great idea too, just as the staff person. I think that's very smart. If we're doing Saturday and Sunday, we might as well do Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do we have any kind of policy, we want to write in that if they, only use it 2 times, they agreed to 4, that they would have to pay the full amount or something?
Yeah, so I think I have in here listed, that if there's any cancellation, it has to be 7 days before. But like, for example, if somebody goes out and says, I want them, you know, every 4 Wednesdays, right in a row. And if they don't, well, if we will collect a payment prior to, and I think I have that listed in there, that we collect payment.
Okay.
But if they don't show, I mean, we'll have to just discuss that up. Because I mean, that happens on Saturdays sometimes too. People could come and ask for a refund or anything like that. Yeah. But we would hand out, just like we do with the current application form, and show a cancellation policy to say, you know, hey, you may cancel your Wednesday class because that's the day before Thanksgiving this month. Then we would work that out in theory beforehand.
So, we have any thoughts from the board on which, discount we like the best, 20, 40, 50?
And that's if you want to move forward with it. You know, it can be anything at this point. This is just a suggestion. The board could say, we don't want to do that at all. It's whatever you want.
20%, I like that.
Well, we're already doing the 40% option 2. Am I right, $150 a day? Isn't that what we currently do, $150 a day?
For which building?
Normal rate.
The normal rates are on the front page.
It's $250?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are the options if they do 4 consecutive.
Well, these are days, we do Monday through Thursday, that's days during the week that people don't normally rent it.
Exactly right.
So if we do the 50% rate, we're still making money. I mean, we're not out to like make a profit off the lodge, but we're still bringing in income from the lodge.
Yeah, and what it really does too is it drives, and this is just to consider, like you said, it sits empty most of the time, Monday through Thursday. What this also does is it sends a message to the business community, and it's an economic development statement to say, you know, hey, are you a yoga instructor? You know, we're open for business, you know, welcoming in more things. And then all of a sudden, not only is it, like you said, generating revenue, which is not the main goal, but now people who are here maybe could go take a class at one of our buildings that would be sitting empty in the first place. So it's an economic development thing. To me, it's a great decision.
I have another question, might be for Nick. If I was a yoga instructor, which I'm not, but if I was, and I brought people in to have classes and somebody gets hurt, who's responsible for it?
We have a waiver disclosure on
Would
our
I have to have
application
proof of
agreement.
insurance for my business to come rent it, or how does that work?
So we have a waiver on our application form that says that the town waives all responsibility for damage or anything or personal injury when using our buildings.
I'm sorry, Nick, go ahead.
And so the way it works typically is that may not stop somebody from filing a claim, but then that will kick over to our insurer, our carrier.
Would that be the same if we had a party and somebody got hurt there? Do they sign that complaint or
Every single
disclosure?
person that uses any of our rental facilities has to sign the agreement form, and it says very explicitly on there that the town is waiving any, you have to say it better than I do, waiving any responsibility for personal injury or any.
Yeah, release of claims.
Release of claims.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so we already do that, so that would maintain.
Do we have the staff to maintain the lodge?
We absolutely do.
Since we're gonna accommodate more times being open during the week?
Yeah, so our Parks and Rec staff already do it. We go up there every day just to make sure that it's clean. Every time someone comes up there, we turn it over. And we're already here during the week, so really, it's something that we would already be doing.
And to get the discount, you gotta rent it multiple times.
That's exactly right. I think I listed, in fact, I'm glad you said that. I think I had put in, I forgot to mention that, at least 4 consecutive weeks qualifies as a recurring rental. So I can't say 2 and get a substantially discounted rate. Like you could say, I need it for at least 4. But I think in a perfect world, somebody comes in and says, I want it for a year. I want to teach a class here. But
I'll make a motion, we do the Monday through Thursday, how it's written here, for the 4 consecutive days at the 50% discount.
Yeah, so is that a motion to adopt the policy as amended, as you just explained?
Yes, Dr. Potts has amended.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Oh, so carried. All right. Next item on the agenda is our financial report. You got this, Charles?
happy to do it, Mr. Mayor. So before you, just like every month, is our monthly year-to-date budget. You will notice an increase in our general fund account. We are starting to get ad valorem tax money in, so that is the reason for that positive variance, if you will. Happy to answer any questions.
All right, this does give us our financial report as far as balances. What about our debt services? Have we got any debt services?
We sure do. If you'd like me to generate a report and bring that in, I'm happy to do that. We haven't done that in the past, but if that's something that the board would like to see, I'd be happy to do
You
that.
got an idea of what it is?
If I gave you a guess, I'd be just estimating, because we have vehicles that we're paying off, different things, that I'd hate to give you a number and be
Okay.
inaccurate. Yeah. But I can, if that's something you'd like to see, we can start bringing it.
Okay, you know, this is my last meeting.
Sorry, Mr. Mayor.
So you might have to refer to the next mayor on that one.
Sure. And we also, that's all listed in our annual financial audit that we have as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just good to know, you know, sort of, you know,
100%.
the pluses and the minuses.
Absolutely.
I bet Reagan probably knows our top of her head, don't you, Reagan?
Not the, if I may speak, not the exact number,
But what
but
is the
the only debt,
ballpark figure?
the only debt we have currently would be the vehicles we just purchased at the
Awesome.
beginning of the year.
What are we looking at? It's about, it's less than 80, isn't it?
I look at so many numbers all the time, I don't want to give you the wrong numbers, but I'm sorry.
All right,
But that is currently our only debt.
the 3 vehicles that we just received.
Yeah, the new vehicles we got, but
Yeah, I think that was the number I remember approving was 80. Okay, that's good, that's good. That's the only debt service we have.
That's right. Yeah,
But,
well,
you know, things are gonna change perhaps.
and we have been pretty proactive and we've done this the last 2 fiscal years that I've been here. When we get to the end of the fiscal year, if we know we're trending in a surplus, if you will, side, we will pay off debt
Right.
to
That's
get out
good.
of some of that, so.
Yeah, we've done that in the past. That's good, keep us out of debt. Any information concerning the grants or funding for the new town hall?
Yeah, so I was gonna bring that up in the town manager report. We actually had our kickoff meeting with our architect today.
No?
So we sat down with Mosley and Withers Ravenel as a kind of just like a baseline, what do we want to see from a staff level? Next step will be to work with the board, then to work with the public as well. And they have an entire, I'll call it like an appropriations team, if you will, that will help us go and search for some money as well. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, and we've been talking with our congressmen, with the senators and representatives, and they all know our situation, so we're hoping to get some assistance as well from them.
I know our politicians have been very good in helping us get an appropriation. We've seen the money that we talked about earlier. All right. Okay, next item, all minds clear? Any other questions from the board? Next item on the agenda is consideration of a budget amendment. Charlie, you want to move some money around?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor.
All right.
So a couple months ago, the board decided to go ahead and give an appropriation or an earmark, if you will, for a bucket truck that was purchased since the last time we had that discussion. All this is the budget amendment to move the money that was already approved by the board, just an internal movement. So happy to answer any questions.
Is it on site yet?
It sure is. Yeah, we've had it for a hot minute, haven't we? It's great.
All right.
Wonderful. It's going to help a lot, especially when we put up the Christmas light.
Yes, it
But
will.
that's all I got for that one.
All right, next item on the agenda is moving of the town hall overview.
I don't think we
On the budget amendment.
Oh, the budget amendment, we did read on that. All right, let's vote on that.
I'll make a motion.
We got a
Second.
motion.
That's it.
A motion. I have to read that? That need to be read?
What the vote is, yes.
Okay.
And adopt the budget number.
Adopt the budget amendment, okay. $20,000, moving from Powell bill funds to capital outlay. And we have a motion by you, Governor, second by Ron Long. All in favor? So carried. All right. Now we can do the moving of the town hall. Don't have any paperwork on that.
I'm just going to talk, if that's okay,
Go
Mr. Mayor.
ahead.
I know we've kind of been meeting about this in several meetings, and I will keep this quick, but I just want to make sure that, you know, we're communicating clearly, not only here as a group, but anybody who may be listening or here. So over the last couple months, you know, I was instructed by the board to get some temporary workspace. So if anybody's driving around town, you will likely see now that our modulars, if you will, are out at 1624. So we will be moving. We're going to be going home, which is very exciting. So the plan will be, because they're already essentially set up, the one thing we're basically just waiting on now is power, and that should come pretty soon. And then once that happens, we can get the internet and everything else set up. So with any luck, by the beginning of December, and we are going to push all of this information out, whether it be a letter that we're planning on sending out, we're going to put it on the marquee sign, we're going to put it in the newsletter, we're going to put it on Facebook to show specific dates, but we are going to be moving back in the beginning of December, and a specific date will be coming soon. We're just waiting on the time when we know that the power is going to be cut on down there. So we're moving quick on it, but I just kind of wanted to touch base and tell you that they're here, they're put together, and it's very exciting. We're going home. So that's all.
Ready to do another move.
Ready to do it again.
I hear you. All right, so we'll go to town manager's report.
Sure, so I'll go quick through this. So in the same kind of effort there with the moving, so the council meetings, or these board meetings, if you will, from now on, starting next month, will be held at the lodge. So we're gonna put that information out. So from now on, this will be the last meeting that we hold in this building. We've gone ahead and made sure that they've been reserved for each of the second Thursdays that we have meetings. They will happen at the lodge. So starting in the December meeting, the lodge, which is located at 2000 Spencer Mountain Road. I wanted to just run one thing by the board. I didn't put it on the agenda because we just got the information back today. The blinking lights, the four-way at Park that got hit and got damaged. I just want to get a little bit of guidance on the board, from the board rather. So that light is so old, it's essentially obsolete, like it can't really be worked on. So I wanted to get just like an overall kind of stance on what we think. So to replace that one with a new one that has the LEDs that we could hang back up there, it's $18,600 to replace that light. If we wanted to go in a different direction, we could always do the blinking stop signs, like kind of we have here at the end of the Ranlo Avenue Extension project, and those come in right at about $10,000 because they have their own battery packs and all those different things. In theory, they could just be stop signs, but I did want to just kind of put this in front of the board to see what you think. I guess later down the road, we could always work out an appropriation out of the fund balance if we don't have it in the operating costs. But it's a little steeper than I kind of thought it was going to be in the first place, or that we thought it was going to be. So I just wanted to put that out there and kind of get your thoughts. And also, let me say one last thing. If we go with the blinking stop signs, it will take away one of the power bills that we get because we pay to light that blinking light. Sorry, go ahead, Mr. Manager.
Can we turn that on insurance since it was hit by a vehicle?
We've discussed that and we haven't gotten any good feedback from anybody yet. I can keep exploring that. And really this is kind of just so you know what the sticker shock is essentially going to be, but we haven't had any good feedback on it yet.
Well, I'd recommend putting the flashing lights because there's people going across, walking the track there and then going towards the park, so.
The flashing light?
People use it as a drag strip anyway sometimes.
When you said, you meant the flashing light like the hanging?
Flashing stop signs, not the flashing light, no.
And is that 1,010, what's that per sign?
That's total.
4 signs.
So for the stop signs, for the blinking stop signs, to get them bought, shipped, everything, it's $10,639.59. And it also takes away, for 4, and it takes away a power bill.
Takes away a power bill.
That's right.
Of course, you could use that power pole to feed the jogging lights. Do away with the Duke powers in, that they don't fix them anyhow.
They don't do that anymore.
Are we still paying for those lights?
For the lights at the walking track?
Yeah, we've got about 6 down there that's not even working.
You can go look, I can get you that info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But I just kind of wanted to put that out there, just so
Okay.
everybody knows.
Yeah. So do we not need a vote on that, just a consensus?
Yeah, I wouldn't vote. I think it's just.
Consensus.
Straw poll type thing.
Straw poll.
So we're kind of thinking
The stop
blinking stop signs?
Yeah, and do away with
Okay.
power.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
meter.
then what I can do is in the December meeting, bring that back in a formal type.
And I would suggest try to call insurance one more time and
Yeah,
see.
absolutely will do that, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. Absolutely. Okay, sorry, I was going. I had a meeting today, Reagan and I did, with the LGC. As y'all know, we are still on the unit assistance list, but it was a fantastic meeting. I just wanted to give y'all an update on that. So he came in today, our specific person, and mentioned that he has hopes of us because he had mentioned and specifically said, even in the past year, we've shown an incredible amount of financial growth and sustainability that kind of maybe, that's showing the promise that he's hoping that we'll be off it by the end of this year. So we kind of looked through our scorecard and all the different things that we'd gone through, and we just have beaming numbers, just fantastic. I mean, we were in very, very strong financial shape. I think I've said it before. Towns our size normally have, are supposed to have around a 60% available fund balance. We have a 116% available fund balance, so we're doing fantastic. But I just want to let y'all know that it sounds like we may be coming off of it very soon, and we sound very excited. Last thing before I get to the Chiefs, the senior Thanksgiving luncheon that we do will be on Saturday, the 22nd at, I think it's at 12 o'clock, is that right, Miss Effie? 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock. We are going to reach out and do like we normally do for deliveries. And the main change though this year is that it will be at Malo. It will not be in this building. So I'm going to repeat it just for those who may be listening at home. If you are looking forward to coming to the senior Thanksgiving luncheon that we do every year, the one change this year is that we will be at Malo, not at the Ranlo Church of God. And we are very excited about it. So other than that, Chiefs, y'all ready to take over?
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioner. Last month, the police department responded to 624 events. We issued 98 citations, we made 8 arrests. Our flock cameras picked up 254,000 cars, 317 cars. We had 13 hits off of those license plates. Some of those calls included 12 domestics, 2 suicidal subjects, 14 civil disturbances, 2 overdoses. We served 3 warrants with numerous other calls. That's all I have.
Didn't pick up any drug dealers, did you?
I'm sure it is.
All right, anything else?
Thanks, Chief. Thank you, Chief. Chief Lewis, ready?
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Ranlo responded to 64 calls the month of October. We had 26 EMS calls, 6 structure fires, 4 fire alarms, 7 motor vehicle accidents, 4 service calls, 4 hazmat, 1 illegal burn, 2 assist with PD, and then 10 dispatch canceled en route calls. That's all I have for y'all.
All right,
Thank you.
good job. Is that all from town manager? Is that all from you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next item is comments from the mayor. Seeing this is my last formal meeting as mayor of Ranlo, I want to thank the town for allowing me to be the mayor for the last 2 terms, 4 years. It's been an honor to serve the town. As you've listened to the reports tonight, leaving the town in pretty good shape. The grants, the politicians give us a lot of money, and we appreciate them for that. And we're putting it to good use in the town. Looks like our finances in great shape, and we don't have much debt service. Like I say, that's probably going to change if we have to finance the town hall. Had a good election, as far as I know. I didn't hear of any complaints of any wrongdoing or anything. That's great to hear. Did want the outcome of the election a little different. I was wanting it to be an individual of a superior race. And I'm glad to see that we did get one of the superior race still. And that's the human race, the only race. And I know a lot of people want to go to ethnicities, but we're really all of one race, the human race. And that's the main thing. And I know the push was that I didn't serve the whole town, and that's I disagree with that statement. But that's I reckon that's others' definition of me, and they all can have their opinions. That's good. But I do appreciate the opportunity to serve the town, and congratulate Mr. Corey Creech being our next mayor, and we'll do something better for you next month when we induct you. All right? You want to say anything? I'm just kidding. All right, it's from the board. We got any comments?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for your service. You, and thank you, Wade, for your service on the board. Um, Outstanding. We appreciate all your hard work. I was able to be a witness to your hard work, and I truly appreciate you guys. So the other thing I want to mention is that I really still want to see this awesome banner put up on the side of the building right there on the corner of Highway 7 and Spencer Mountain Road, the brick building that sits there. I've talked to the owner, Todd Michaels, and Todd Michaels let me know that it's okay if the town puts a banner on that brick wall. And the banner will be a banner for Caitlin Brown, our world-class Olympian that won a gold and silver in the 2024 Olympics and set a world record. And I went to Chris Printers, and he let me know that they could do a banner to go on that wall, because I'm so proud of her, and I think that's great. Not many towns have a world record holder. So at the cost of less than $2,000, I think it was 18 something,
$1,845.75.
he can put a banner that can be removable on that building so that everybody can see how proud we are of Caitlin Brown. And I think that's a fantastic representation for the town of Ranlo. Only thing is that I would need the board to approve the purchase of this banner. Don't know what the banner will look like, because you have to pay for it. He has to know that we're going to get it. And then they'll provide us with different designs, and we can choose which design to put on that, to go on that wall, on that building. So I'm hoping that I can make a motion that this board approves the purchase of a banner from Chris Printers to recognize Caitlin Brown, our Olympian.
We already allocated for that mural, didn't we?
We didn't actually move
We
any
moved the
money.
money, but
Yeah, we were going to,
was going to
and then we were
mural.
told that, yeah, we
So I don't have,
weren't allowed to put a mural on the building anymore.
Yeah, he didn't want paint on, he didn't want
Yeah,
paint on
yeah,
his
it's a
building,
building, yeah.
but he said he was fine with, it looks like a painting, actually, like a bulletin, like a billboard.
yeah.
That can be removed off and on, he just didn't want paint. So if,
So we have a motion? Do we have a motion?
Robin made the
You
motion.
made the motion.
yes, sir.
I second it.
We have a second. All in favor? So carried.
Thank you very much.
How long will it take, Robin, to,
Well, first I had to get the approval of the board first.
but he didn't give you a general idea of how long it would take to do the banner?
Well, first, he said the main thing is he's gonna give us different designs.
Oh, okay.
So I can bring those back and we just can choose which design we like, and then they would make it. So I'm thinking less than a month to actually do it, and he has to mount
I
it
mean,
up,
maybe by next board meeting, maybe,
at least have designs for us. to
right,
pick
a
out.
design, I
He
mean,
just wants to make sure you're getting his money first. So
right.
that part, yeah, that part.
And Commissioner Connor, that's why I'm here too. So if you want me to help, I'm more than happy to either call or be as involved as you'd like me to. Happy to help.
Sounds great, thank you all.
All right. Any other comments from any others, commissioners? All right, next item is closed session pursuit of North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11, parentheses 6. Have a motion?
Make such a motion.
Got a motion, got a second? All in favor? So carried. We're going into closed session. You people just hang on to your seats. We'll be right back.
Let you ride off. I came into the fast lane.
I'm just slow with the old ones.
Entertain a motion, come out of closed session.
Make such a motion.
Got a
I'll second
motion? Got a second, all in favor? Any motions to be made in discussion of closed session? None?
No.
All right.
Mr. Mayor,
Oh,
I'd like to add to the agenda, a raise, a Christmas raise for our employees.
a raise or a bonus?
A bonus, sorry.
A bonus.
Sorry. Sorry, a bonus.
Bonus.
All right, and how much bonus are we looking at?
No, so it's the motion is to add it to the agenda for discussion. So vote on that first and then we can talk about it. Yeah.
All right. Motion, got a second?
I'll second it.
We got a second, all in favor? So carried. Now let's discuss this motion as you made, Ms. Locklear. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking a week's pay,
A week's pay?
a week's pay for the
Across the board?
employees.
Employees,
Their salary for a week.
okay. All right, and we have a motion. Do we have a second on that?
I'll second it.
All in favor? So carried. All right, I'd also want to consider a motion for adjournment.
Such a
We
motion.
got a motion, we got a
I'll second
second, we got a second, all in favor? So
Let's
carried.
go home.
This meeting is adjourned.
We need to